Johnny, what are you doing? Is that the marijuana? Are you kidding me? That stuff's the devil.
Well, actually, Grandma, marijuana is not as bad as you think. See, you grew up in an age where we had anti-pop propaganda such as the movie Reefer Madness. But in reality, it's actually helped thousands of people.
Now that's just silly talk, Johnny. How can a horrible drug like marijuana ever be helpful?
It's called cannabis, Grandma. It's really helped thousands of people. It can help people with seizure disorders, mental disorders like PTSD, and even chronic pain. It can even help you with your arthritis, Grandma.
Really? Sign me up.
See, Granny? I told you cannabis wasn't a bad drug.
You were absolutely right, Johnny. I'm gonna go and get my medical card tomorrow.
420 Blaze.
Hi, my name is Mason Mia. I am a U.S. Air Force veteran and a current patient of medical marijuana treatment. I am also very well informed. My partner, Abby Vlon, is also a very well informed medical patient of medical marijuana. And we are both advocating for its recreational and medical use in the United States. Marijuana, as according to Merriam-Webster, is defined as the dried resinous flower buds of the female hemp or cannabis plant, and it has a rich history in the United States. In fact, hemp was so important that in 1619, Virginia made it a law that every farm in the colony had to grow it. It was that good for the economy. But it wasn't until after the Civil War that it was really looked at for its medicinal purposes. And in late 1937 to 1939, the Marijuana Tax Act passed in the United States, effectively making the drug illegal. According to the FDA, over 500,000 people have been incarcerated because of marijuana violations. And these are not hardened criminals. These are mothers, brothers, and sisters that are trying to get an accessible medicine that works for their children. And while the FDA has openly acknowledged that marijuana is very effective for many physical disorders, they have also acknowledged that it is very effective for most mental disorders as well. In order to expand on our current pool of medical knowledge, Abby and I decided to interview Corey Hillier at Ultra Health. He works at the dispensary and has been in the business for a minimum of 5 years, and he's very knowledgeable on marijuana and medical marijuana. Here are some of the clips from that interview.
What medical conditions can cannabis help with?
That's the cool thing, is there's so many different things that it can help with. Anything from chronic pain to symptoms of cancer and cancer treatment, PTSD, anxiety, depression, and that's just scratching the surface.
Why does cannabis help with these conditions? Like, what's the science behind it? Like, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, so your body naturally has what's called an endocannabinoid system. The plants share a very similar system, and basically when you ingest via smoking, eating, whatever it is you choose to do, it actually activates natural receptors in our bodies, that natural chemicals like dopamine and stuff like that, to make us feel better.
Like, do you think it should be legalized recreationally or strictly for medical reasons?
Everyone should have access to it.
Yeah.
You know, just because, you know, your symptoms may not seem as severe as mine or vice versa, doesn't mean we're not going through the same thing on a day-to-day basis, you know, but you were approved for a card, maybe I wasn't, or vice versa, you know. So I feel like it should be available to everybody, but I still look at it as very
If that video inspired you to advocate even the littlest bit, or even if you just want to get more educated, might I suggest contacting the Students for Sensible Drug Policy. We are all currently right now in college, and this is a great program. They span internationally and across the globe. There's thousands of students. It has a student-led board of directors, and the whole idea behind it is to not only advocate and end the war on drugs, but to bring knowledge and education to other students and other members of the community, and just get involved. It is a great organization. It's completely nonprofit, and it's lovely. The Marijuana Policy Project is a massive organization, and it is a nonprofit, and it handles the reformation and bringing education education to people about marijuana in the United States right now at this moment in time. You can donate or volunteer with them. There are thousands and thousands of members, though they are currently based in Washington, D.C. But the Students for Sensible Drug Policy is everywhere, and you can join them right now today. And both of them are amazing programs. They're great, and their biggest goal is to bring forth knowledge and education as well as decriminalizing marijuana and utilizing it both recreationally and medically. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you have a lovely one.